Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have... Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game?
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are transferred to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And that's checked down to Gordon. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. The Broncos send out their punter now. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
No score after one on EA Sports. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Jones. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Being chased out left. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Bridgewater finding Jeudy there for the Bronco first. Now Gordon on first down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Bridgewater now. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Divine Diablo. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs, and he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 31. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw. Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Touchdown, Raiders! A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Broncos, nothing. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Bridgewater on first down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. Shedding through the defense. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd and 9, Jones completes this out left to Ruggs. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Broncos 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. 2nd down and 5. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Bridgewater to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
From just shy of midfield, Jones going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw, Bridgewater. And now here's another interception. It's David Arnett picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater throwing the out route and complete. It's Lewis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now.
And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Jones. That's caught by Waller out left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Goes right back to Smith again.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Oh, Sutton, a nice catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. One last shot now for Bridgewater. Out to his left. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.